disciple of Christ.
I'm an intern for First United Methodist Owasso, and so I intern for the youth director, and sometimes I help around with other people who need help in the staff. I come to any retreats that my boss goes to. Come up here every day after school, and I go to my other part-time job, so it's kind of a lot of work, but it doesn't matter. Ministry is fun. Just clean up if things are messy up here, or organize and make sign-up sheets, which sounds kind of boring, but I like it. Yeah, I just do what a youth director does, but in a mini version. So I was working at Little Caesars, and a father and a son came, and they were talking about church with me, and I was like, okay, well, I wasn't from here, I'm from Chicago. So I was like, okay, church, yay. And they're like, you should come join. I'm like, okay. And so they left, and I was like, all right. And a couple months later, I was like, popped up in church. I'm like, well, this is different. And so it was like an invitation from a couple dudes. I lived up north my whole life, and so I moved down here. And when the father and son invited me, I was like, not really interested in church. I didn't believe in God or anything. And I kind of fought people down here when they were telling me about God. I was like, well, logically, he doesn't make sense. And so I'm not quite sure what changed me, but I came here, and I kept coming, and the love that I felt around this youth group and this whole church, I was like, well, maybe there is something real about God. And so I kept coming, and I went to camp, and that was probably a life changer. And then 2015 at annual conference, I felt a call to missions. And so I'm like, well, this is getting weird. I didn't believe in God my whole life. And then all of a sudden he gives me a call. And so I'm like, I'm seeing what that's all about. And I keep learning and seeing what I can do for God and trying to repent for not believing. And ever since then, it's just been this big whole roller coaster of ups and downs of ministry. And so it's really great. Well, after that call to missions, we actually had a mission trip to Kansas City. And I asked the team leaders if I could like shadow them and see what it's like. They're like, yeah, you can become a co-leader. I'm like, oh, well, okay. So now I co-led a team to Kansas City, and it was about relationships. And so that was better for me to start learning on. And I've become involved in my missions committee and seeing what that's about. And I've been talking with people about missions and what it's like and what we do. And Youth Force this summer is being hosted here in Owasso. And so I'm shadowing that part too, and just seeing all I can do. And when I go to Oklahoma City University, I hope to see more about what servant leadership is and see what I can do. My name is Casey Curry, and I'm a new disciple of Jesus Christ.